Before the lights, before the gold records, before the world crowned him king, there was a boy, a quiet, humble boy from Tupelo, Mississippi, who didn't dream of glory. He just dreamed of doing right by people. That boy's name was Elvis Aaron Presley. Long before he shook the world, Elvis learnt something that would shape his soul forever. That giving was sacred. He grew up with almost nothing, yet somehow he was rich in the only currency that mattered: kindness. When other children went hungry, Elvis shared what little he had. Candy, laughter, warmth. That spirit never left him. Not when he was poor, not when he was famous, not even when the world forgot to see the man behind the myth. We remember the voice, the hips, the music that broke every rule. But what history often overlooks is the heart. The heart that gave away Cadillacs like candy. The heart that couldn't walk past sorrow without trying to fix it. The heart that believed in miracles and tried to be one for someone else. One afternoon in Memphis, Elvis spotted a man staring at a shiny new Cadillac. "Do you like that, sir?" he asked. The man laughed. "Sure, but I could never afford it." Elvis grinned, that famous mischievous grin, and said, "Not anymore." He brought it on the spot and handed over the keys. No cameras, no press, just a man who found joy in giving. Every Christmas, Graceland became a beacon of giving. Elvis would fill his cars with toys and clothes and drive through Memphis, handing out gifts like a modern-day Saint Nick. Sometimes he even dressed as Santa himself. His motto was simple: "We're going to make someone happy tonight." And he did, thousands of times over. To Elvis, giving wasn't about money. It was about feeling human again. Fame can be lonely, but kindness, that was his way back home. He paid hospital bills for strangers, bought houses for friends who fell on hard times, donated to charities he never spoke of. He even funded the USS Arizona Memorial in Hawaii, a lasting tribute to heroes, built partly by the King's own compassion. He saw the pain in others because he knew pain himself. Behind the rhinestones was a man who carried the weight of the world, and yet still found the strength to lift others up. One night in Las Vegas, a woman wept quietly during his show. Elvis noticed. He always noticed. After the concert, he learned her child was sick, and she couldn't afford the care. By sunrise, every bill was paid, no name attached, no story printed, just Elvis being Elvis. People have tried to define him. The rebel, the legend, the icon, the myth. But those labels are small compared to the man he truly was. He wasn't a saint, no. He was human, flawed, tender, generous beyond reason. And that's what made him beautiful. He gave not because he had to, but because his soul couldn't stand seeing someone else hurting. Even now, decades after his last bow, the giving hasn't stopped. Fans from every corner of the world come to Graceland, leaving tokens of love, letters, photos, prayers, little gifts. They're returning what he gave them: kindness, hope, and the courage to care. That's Elvis's truest legacy. Not the gold records, not the headlines, but the heartbeats he healed. So when they mock him, when they twist his story, when they try to paint him as just another tragic figure, remember this: Elvis Presley wasn't defined by his fame. He was defined by his faith in humanity. He believed the world could be better, one act of kindness at a time. He lived it, he proved it, he was it. Elvis gave us music that moved our bodies, but it was his compassion that moved our souls. He didn't just live in the spotlight, he lit the world with it. He was the king of rock and roll, but more than that, he was the king of heart, the king of generosity, the king who never stopped giving until the very end. And if you listen closely now, you can still hear him in the laughter of a child, in the kindness of a stranger, in every act of love that asks for nothing in return. That's Elvis, still shining, still giving, still the king.